Hey everybody, welcome back to the In-Between. If you're new here, my name is Erica and I'm your source for everything online courses. Today I'm going to be diving into the Ecom Family Academy by Reginald and Tanya Jennings, also known as Mr. and Mrs. Ecom. Now, whether you're looking to kickstart a dropshipping business, you stumbled upon this course out of curiosity, or you're just trying to find out whether it's legit or not, you're definitely in the right place. I'm going to be walking you through everything you need to know about the Ecom Family Academy training, like what's inside, how much experience Reginald and Tanya really have, whether the training stays up to date, the cost, and a whole bunch more. And just a little disclaimer here, guys, I'm not getting paid or endorsed in any way to write this review. This is just my honest opinion based on my experience with the program. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so what exactly is the Ecom Family Academy? So in a nutshell, it's basically an online training course that teaches you how to build and scale a dropshipping and print-on-demand business using Shopify. And what I think is cool about this course is that it teaches you 2 e-commerce models, and it's also designed for basically everyone. So whether you're completely new to dropshipping or you've been around the block a few times and just want to sharpen your skills, it seems like this course teaches you everything that you need to launch your store on a good foot. Reginald and Tanya, the husband and wife team behind it, promise to guide you through the entire process. So that means from checking out your competition and finding a profitable niche to actually getting your Shopify store up and running and even planning out your marketing strategies like social media ads. So basically, if you want to learn how to do dropshipping or print on demand from scratch, this course claims to have you covered. So first off, I wanted to break down the pros and cons of the business model they're teaching, just to give you guys a bigger picture on things. So on the plus side, the course is super detailed and really easy to follow. So whether you're a newbie or you're looking to scale your online store, you'll probably find it useful on some level. And since it covers both dropshipping and print on demand, you've also got some flexibility in how you want to run your business. Plus, Reginald and Tanya are definitely experienced when it comes to print on demand and dropshipping. They launched their course back in 2021, so you are learning from experts who have been able to survive those first couple years of business. But considering the course doesn't really dive into things like driving organic traffic through SEO, you might end up spending more on things like paid ads to get more traffic. Also, the refund policy is tied to ad spend, which might be a bit of a turnoff if you're not ready to drop extra cash on ads right away. And then there's the obvious issue with print on demand and dropshipping in general, that being it's a low margin game, so you're going to need to move a lot of product to see any decent profits, and that can be really tough, especially with all the competition out there. Okay, so I did want to take a second to address the brains behind the whole operation, Mr. Reginald and Mrs. Tanya Jennings. Like I mentioned before, they are a husband and wife team who have built their brand around teaching others how to succeed in e-commerce, specifically the print-on-demand niche. They've been in the teaching space since 2021, and they go by Mr. and Mrs. Ecom Online. So they do have a pretty solid track record of success in this space, considering that most courses don't really make it past the first couple of years. That said, just because something worked for them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for everyone. But aside from that, they overall seem like pretty genuine people, and they really know their stuff when it comes to the whole e-commerce business model. Okay, so on to what you actually get inside the Ecom Family Academy. Now, the training itself is quite foundational in the sense that it covers the basics like product research, store setup, marketing strategies, and so on. But diving deeper, the course kicks off with sort of an entrepreneurial mindset module. This one's all about basically getting your head in the right space, because obviously starting a business isn't just about all the technical stuff. You need to have the right mindset to make it work, right? Then you move on to e-commerce fundamentals, where you learn the basics of running the store, like how to pick the right products to sell and how to customize them so they really stand out in the market. Then you have your launching your Shopify store module, which basically walks you through the entire process of setting up your store step by step. You learn optimizing listings and ad crafting. So you get into the nitty gritty of making your product shine online and also creating ads that grab people's attention. And then the fifth module is about fulfillment on Custom Cat, which is an app that basically helps you fulfill your print-on-demand orders. And then the last module would get into TikTok ads and Facebook ads. So this course is heavily focused on the ad approach for marketing strategies. So it does dive into teaching you how to get your products in front of the right people. But if you are solely focusing on paid ads, like I said, it can get quite pricey. Other than that, they do have some live training sessions and access to a private Facebook group where you can also ask any questions, get feedback, and just connect with other students if you need some mentorship or guidance. So I did do some digging to see what people are actually saying about the Ecom Family training. And while there are definitely some people who have had great experiences based on their sales, VSLs, which are video sales letters, which is basically their opt-in page for students. There are a few things that I did see that were pretty alarming, especially when it comes to refunds. A number of students are running into issues like getting their money back. I did see one comment here on the BBB of a person mentioning that they felt tricked into signing up for something that they never intended to because of how the website is set up. So when they wanted to get a refund, they basically said that it was a struggle from day one. Everything was a hassle, of course, except when it came to the company taking their money. And to make things worse, they did feel like they could never get a straight answer from customer support, which only added to the whole frustration. So keep in mind, while the course does have its positives, just be aware that the refund process and customer service policy might not be as smooth as you hope. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you're thinking about signing up. Okay, let's get to the part I know you're most curious about, the cost of the program. So joining Ecom Family Academy will set you back around $1,495, $1,495. And yes, that is a one-time payment. They don't offer any payment plans or installment plans monthly, so you will need to pay up front. Now, is it worth it? That really depends on where you're at financially and what you're looking to achieve. If you're serious about getting into e-commerce and you like the idea of selling customized products like the print-on-demand model offers, this course could be a good investment. But if you're on a tight budget or you're just dabbling in the idea of making money online or starting your online business, the price might be a bit steep, especially considering the extra money you might need to spend on, ongoing maintenance costs and launching your store and getting traffic, spending money on things like ads, things like that. So speaking of money, let's talk about the refund policy. It is a bit unique from what I've seen, and you do have a couple of options. Either you can ask for a refund within the first 72 hours of joining, or you can try out the course a bit longer and ask for a refund, but only if you've spent at least $1,000 on ads in your first month. So that is the biggest contingency on that. And I get why they do it. They probably just want to make sure only serious people are signing up, but just keep in mind that you will need to be ready to invest a bit more upfront if you want to have that refund option available later. Okay, so I want to address the not so glamorous side of dropshipping, something that's really important to keep in mind if you're thinking about diving into the Ecom Family Academy. So first off, the profit margins in dropshipping can be pretty slim. Because you're not buying products in bulk, you're definitely not getting those sweet wholesale prices. This means you've got to push a ton of volume just to make a decent profit. And yes, the Ecom Family Academy will give you all the tools you need to identify products and set up your store, but remember, you're still operating with tight margins. Another issue is the lack of control over your inventory and shipping. So since you're relying on suppliers to handle all of that for you, if something goes wrong, like a shipment getting delayed or a product suddenly going out of stock, you're the one who has to smooth things over with your customers. The course can teach you how to manage these situations, but the reality is you're at the mercy of your suppliers. Customer service can also be a headache in dropshipping. If there's a problem with your order, like a return or a damaged item, it's on you to fix it, even though you've never physically handled the product. So the Ecom Family Academy does cover customer service strategies and things like that, but dealing with these issues can still be time-consuming and stressful. And then there's the competition. Dropshipping is really popular because it's obviously easy to get started. There are low startup costs, but that also means the market is super overcrowded. So you're competing with tons of other stores, which are pretty much all selling the same products as you. And on top of that, a lot of manufacturers themselves are getting into the dropshipping game, pretty much cutting out the middleman. So that really makes you irrelevant, and that gives them the opportunity to make more money. So while the course can help you learn how to stand out, it's definitely still a challenge to carve out your niche and avoid the race to the bottom on pricing. So after all of that, the question is Ecom Family Academy legit? Yes, I'd say it is. And if you're serious about getting into print on demand and you're ready to put in the work and the money, then this course could definitely help you out in getting started. Reginald and Tanya really know their stuff, and they do seem to have put together a pretty comprehensive training program. That said, it is important to keep your expectations in check. Dropshipping and print on demand isn't a one-size-fits-all type of business model, and it's definitely not going to make you rich overnight. You're going to face some big hurdles along the way, like low profit margins, high competition, and the constant need to feed money into ads to keep your business running. So if you're cool with that and you're ready to hustle, then go for it. But if you're looking for something with a bit more control and potentially higher margins, then you might want to keep exploring your other options. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Before I wrap things up, I want to share something that might be a better fit for some of you guys. If you're looking to build an online business that gives you way more control and doesn't require headaches like managing inventory or dealing with suppliers, then you should definitely check out the digital rental method. This strategy is all about building digital assets that can generate semi-passive income over time. It's a lot less risky than dropshipping, and it gives you way more control over your business and your profits. So for example, let's say you get a website called Electrician Colorado Springs. Once it's ranking on Google, literally anyone in Colorado Springs searching for electrical services lands on your site. The phone starts ringing, and with your call forwarding setup, those potential customers are immediately connected to a local electrician who's thrilled to get more work and ready to pay you a solid fee for those leads, which is called a finder's fee. You can rent out a site like this for anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month, and the best part is that once your site is locked in at the top of local search results on Google, it tends to stay there, giving you a steady, reliable stream of passive income for years to come. If that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description to learn more. All right, that's a wrap on today's review, guys. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And if you've tried the Ecom Family Academy or have any questions, be sure to drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.